Okay, so why diets fail and how to succeed. So this is part one of your blueprint for weight loss success. Okay, so as a teacher, right, I always like to share quotes. Plato, right? Plato was a philosopher, um, a student of Socrates and teacher of Aristotle, okay? And he said the beginning is the most important part of the work. So take that quote, put it on your refrigerator, and get going now. Okay, so barriers to weight loss, right? So, being sedentary, right? Having a sedentary lifestyle, sitting around too much, with desk jobs on these computers, right? It leads to weight gain. It makes sense, right? We got to move, right? Health issues, conditions like diabetes or hormonal disorders or medications can hinder progress for people. Also, a lack of support. Sometimes we have. It depends on who you hang out with too. Hang out with people that are going to want to go to Fridays to have or Applebee's or whatever to have dinner all the time and have drinks. That person's not helping you succeed. Because those empty calories are just going to stick there. So you got to find a way, to have your cheat day one day a week. So the support you want to have, maybe start hanging out with somebody that maybe doesn't have those habits, that maybe likes to maybe exercise or have a healthier lifestyle. Also, nutritional deficiencies. Many of us, we don't realize it, but we're missing a lot of key nutrients. And so, as you lose your weight, you're also going to notice your body is full of toxins, and it's going to be detoxing. So that's why we're going to start off with the eating 5 times a day program, and then we're going to work into the maybe if you guys want to intermittent fasting later, if you want to turn it up to the next level. All right, so things I thought I had to do to get in shape. Spoiler, I was so wrong. So I don't know if you guys ever remember, but back then, but I remember everybody, still probably today, people are still eating them bland cardboard-like foods. I don't eat that. I'm not eating that stuff. No way. I didn't get in the shape I am now. I didn't eat that stuff when I was getting in the shape I am now. So that's not true. You don't have to eat that. Drink raw eggs. Really? Yeah, I remember I did it, but I'm not doing that. No. I'm going to eat some eggs. I'm going to make some eggs. So get up and train at 4 a.m. I can't believe that I do get up at 4, but here, that's not you. You don't have to do that. Most people, that sounds crazy, right? I don't have to do. I'm going to get up at 4 a.m. What? But here's my thing. I can't sleep. So even if I go to bed later, I'm still waking up at 4. So what else are you going to do, right? I'm just going to go to the gym. I'm going to get paid in the morning. I'm going to go get my money. The reason why I say get paid, when you go to the gym, you get paid, right? And a lot of people ask me, what do you say that for? Well, I have a friend that was locked up for a couple of years in prison, right? And I remember when I was in my 20s and I met him, and he's a cool friend of mine, right? And he used to take me to the gym and show me, or he used to teach me to do the pull-ups and do the dips all the time. And he used to get mad at me and make fun of me, like yell at me and say call me names, and kind of as a friend, how friends make fun of each other. But he would motivate me. He would make me mad. I have to do my pull-ups and I have to do my dips every time I went to that gym. And what he said is, you're getting your money. It's like when you go to work and you go get paid. Well, when you go to the gym and you put that work in, it's like you're going to the work and you're putting the work in. So you're getting that money. So the money you're going to get is not in tangible cash. It's your muscles, and your health and your physique. So I thought that was good to share with you guys. Is go get that money in that gym, right? Go get that money. Go get paid. So, and then another one here says, so be born with an elite athlete DNA. Well, how is that? Like, most people aren't, okay? But we can develop ourselves to be pretty elite, with our physique and how we feel, and you can do it now. And that's what this is about. It says, have a Superman metabolism or superhuman metabolism, right? So that's what we're developing. Once we go through the food plans and the exercise plans, your metabolism is going to be speeding up, and everything will work its way out. And that's how it works. Eat perfectly always. You still have a cheat day. Even when you're not cheating, guess what? Like every day, people are like, okay, well, see, I still have peanut butter and chocolate. Like I had a little piece of chocolate and some peanut butter yesterday, right? I had an apple, so I do have some sugar stuff, So what I'm saying is that just because you're not on a cheat day doesn't mean that you're still not going to be able to eat something delicious. I often wondered why, despite eating healthy and active, I wasn't seeing the results. Was my metabolism to blame? Was I eating too many calories? I thought that if I ate a cookie, my day would be ruined. I believed that eating certain foods would lead to significant weight gain. I was comparing my body to others. I thought I must track calories. And I'll tell you all about that in my other video. It's about chemicals, mainly. Food chemicals. Those who passed away young, I thought, were alcoholics, drug addicts, cigarette smokers, or individuals with rare conditions or illnesses. But what I realized is that it's not just the drugs and alcohol and the bad lifestyles nowadays. Using the scientific method for exercise, better food choices, and weight loss. When it comes to health and our lives, longevity, well, let's see. So the first part of the scientific method is to observe, okay? So we got to identify the areas where the fitness, the food choices could improve, right? Maybe at that point, increase energy, lose that weight, and find a way to make better food choices. So of course, we're going to also want to increase physical activity, right? So then number 2 is we want to ask, right? So can I achieve this healthier weight? Can I improve my food choices? And can I create a stronger body naturally without pills and all that stuff, right? Investigate healthy exercise routines, balanced nutrition plans, and sustainable weight loss methods. I found some database research which we're gonna try to implement. What we're thinking that might be possible, right? After we finish this plan, we might be able to maybe eat whole, nutrient-dense foods, exercise regularly, maintain consistency, and then we should improve our health, weight loss, and energy. Then we're going to test it, right? We're going to test this theory, right? We're going to test the hypothesis. We're going to start meal planning with healthier food choices. We're going to set a weekly workout schedule, and we're going to track your daily activities and meals, okay? Well, actually, you're going to do it, right? But I'm here for you. You can put comments or you can email me, and I would love to respond. I'm happy to help. Like I said, I'm a teacher. I'm all about helping. Track, measure your weight, body composition, energy levels, and mood changes. So we're going to note that. We're going to note your meals. You're going to note your meals, right? We're going to make sure you got to write this stuff down, okay? I want to make sure you're successful. So just have a journal or something that you have on your table or on your wherever, and then just make sure every day you're putting something in it based on your progress. You got to be serious, right? Embrace this. Note those meals, right? The workouts and the snacks, okay? Even the negative, the sneaky ones and the regular ones and the healthy ones, right? Analyze, did you lose weight? Did you gain energy or feel stronger? Okay? So you're going to find out real fast within a couple weeks. Conclude, right? Consistent small steps like choosing whole foods, eating balanced meals, and exercising regularly can lead to sustainable weight loss and a healthier lifestyle. And share, because they're going to motivate you. You never know who you might inspire. And then repeat, keep the progress going. But stay consistent, adapt as needed, and remember, slow and steady wins the race, not crash diets. The final takeaway, right? Sustainable habits in exercise, food choices, and weight loss are built through evidence-based, repeatable actions. Forget those quick fix gimmicks, right? Lasting results come from steady, small changes done daily. And I'm living proof. All right, so key steps to start your transformation. First of all, you got to believe in yourself, because every great journey starts with self-belief. Secondly, you must set realistic goals. Start small and build momentum. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you guys is do not think, let me do the thinking, just follow what I'm telling you. Take action daily. Consistency beats perfection. Surround yourself with positivity, right? Energy is contagious, so choose wisely. Negative and positive, right? Celebrate wins, every win, right? No matter how small, it's worth celebrating. Look, you're doing awesome because you're starting. You're doing it, right? You're doing it right now. Like, don't wait. Just do it. If you wait, you're going to constantly wait. You'll never get going. I'm telling you, that's just how it works. And then even when you're into the gym, even when you're working out every day, or even when you're eating right, it's the same thing. You know, your mind is going to mess with you, right? So you just got to not listen to your mind and just move forward and don't look back like a rhino, right? They just keep moving forward, right? They don't look back. They just keep going. Just go. A quick quote from Aristotle. Aristotle was a Greek philosopher. He learned from Plato, and you know, some of these quotes that these guys have are mind blowing. I would suggest to go back and look at some of these Greek philosopher quotes. So he said, "We are what we repeatedly do." So if we repeatedly are not getting up in the morning and going to the gym, or we're not repeatedly not eating our food or making better food choices, right? Then that's who we are, right? So let's make that change. Let's do something. Let's change your future. Let's change it right now. Repeatedly, every day, right? So let's start. So what we're going to do is when you guys, like I said, when you guys get the food plan and then you guys get the exercise program, every day you're just going to follow a little bit of it, okay? It doesn't have to be, like I said, it's not going to be overwhelming. You're not going to be eating cardboard, and you're not going to be running 10 miles a day. You're not going to be up at 4 in the morning. No, none of that, okay? You're just going to change a little bit of your habits. So instead of maybe, like, you know, the young people play video games all the time, right? Well, just take a freaking hour away from that video game time, or half an hour, right? Or on the way home from work, you know, you want to, I always want to go by, say you want to go by this store, but you don't have to go, you know, just don't go. Go to the gym, right? So anyway, we are what we repeatedly do. So make sure you create habits that will be beneficial for your future. So then if we are what we repeatedly do, then, what if I change my habits to make habits that maybe will help me in the future and, you know, won't hurt me? You know, instead of drinking alcohol at night and, you know, 4 days a week and expecting myself to get healthy, maybe I will have alcohol twice a week, right? I'm not saying for me, I'm just saying for people who are trying. So just go that day. Just know I'm not going to do it today. You know, maybe take that time, go to the gym with it. You know, so if you could turn like that habit into a good habit, and then you can do it every day. That's going to be repetition. You know, next thing you know, it's a habit. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and to do what you'd rather not. Mark Twain. Doesn't that sound true, right? But I'm trying to show you it's not like that, because you really don't want to do that stuff. Your body really wants you to do this other stuff, and it's going to tell you once you start embracing it, your body's going to be like, oh boy, we're doing good now, because your cells are going to be talking. They're going to be like, they're going to be happy. They're going to be smiling. Your cells are going to be smiling, right? So let's get your cells smiling, right? Okay, so this was the first video of the 6-part series. For the next one, watch it. I know right now it's 2024. Right now it's December. So just let you guys know if you guys are watching this in the future. Okay. Also, your next steps, right? So just commit to one positive change today, right? Practice, right? Write down your goal and keep it visible. So just keep that somehow. You can bring it. I have a little notepad I have with me. You can just keep it right there on your notepad, right? Or on your phone. Just save it on the screen. Share your journey with someone who supports you. Subscribe to resources and communities that inspire growth, like this channel, right? Remember that the best time to start was yesterday, and the second best time is now.